These guys literally do the most random videos you can think of, and they are called MindSquire. And today I have one of the members, Brady. So tell us about yourself.
Well, thank you for having me on, man. My name is Brady, as you said. I am 20 years old. I have a YouTube channel with two of my good friends. We're most known for doing our pranks. That's what we've been doing for, a year. But we've all been making videos for a long time. We all have like personal TikToks we post on. We just kind of post like random stuff on TikTok, whatever we think's funny or whatever we think would do well.
Is like the things you post on TikTok separate from MindSquire, or are they like the same?
Well, we have a MindSquire TikTok, which we mainly just post like clips from like our full-length YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And then on our personal TikToks, we just kind of do whatever we want. It's like separate stuff. Like I have one like under, we each have one like under our individual names.
Yeah, which is also like cool to have, so you can like post your own content and not be limited to like.
Yeah, it's cool because sometimes I have like a dumb idea for a stupid TikTok I want to make. It's posted on my personal account. Not maybe not as well edited or fully finished as the MindSquire video. It's kind of like the brand. It's more professional.
Yeah. So who was your inspiration to start YouTube, and MindSquire's inspiration to start YouTube?
Oh, dude, I don't really know. I don't really have like one creator that inspired me to start YouTube. Basically, we've all just been making videos since like even before we were doing YouTube. We were just making like random videos and like not really posting them. Like I record videos on my phone of my friends, edit them on some phone editing app, just stupid funny stuff. And then we started kind of like making like random skits and stuff. I wouldn't really say we was inspired by anyone, but definitely now. I mean, pretty much you could name pretty much any big YouTuber. I probably watched their videos before just see what they do, see what does well, and get small bits of inspiration and kind of mix it all together to form our own types of videos. But as far as like inspiration to start, I don't really think I have one. We've just always been making videos even before we were doing YouTube to say.
That's cool because like when I normally interview people, they always have like a person that inspired them. So it's kind of cool to like that you don't have a specific person, because like how did you and the two other guys from MindSquire meet? Like have you been friends since like school, or how did you guys meet?
Yeah. We're all from the same town. I've known them for 6-7+ years. We all went to high school together pretty much, and we're friends through high school. And then we were all kind of like making like we all had like personal YouTube channels that we had like 200 subs on, just posting random videos. And we started kind of filming together and just thought, hey, let's make a channel together. And that was about 2 years ago. We wasn't really posting consistently on it at the start. It was just kind of a fun thing to do on the side, like we were still in high school and stuff. But then we started eventually got more serious on it, and now it's all we do.
Yeah, like since you've been doing it for like the amount you said, which is definitely a long time, like what's the craziest thing you guys have done for a video?
Dude, I don't even know. We've done a lot of crazy stuff. I've honestly kind of got numb to it recently. Like at first, we just might get up and go to like a random parking lot and talk to strangers, do funny stuff. And at first we were all, the first couple of times we did, we was all kind of nervous. It's like not something you'd usually do, just go talk to random strangers. But now I feel like we've gotten numb to it. I'm trying to think. On New Year's Eve this year, we pranked people for 24 hours straight. I think that's probably the craziest thing.
Yeah.
Oh no. So whenever we first started making videos on like a group account, we weren't niched down. We were just trying to do anything to go viral. And I did the renegade dance for 10 hours straight. Like the TikTok dance. It was the worst night of my life. I thought I was gonna go viral. I'm pretty sure it has like 4K views on YouTube, but
6,500 views.
Yeah. Which now I'm glad now that it didn't go viral. I didn't get 20,000 random subs, but at the time I didn't know. I was just trying to do anything to go viral, and I just seen like old Mr. Beast videos of him doing stuff like that as well. So it was like, oh hey, renegade, let's just go viral, let's just blow up, and it didn't. But I'm glad we did it because it was like the first video I think we had under the name MindSquire. The channel used to be called something else, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done physically. Actually, it was terrible. I would not recommend it, but it kind of showed like our dedication to YouTube. Like, okay, like let's take it serious now. Let's just try to make crazy videos. So I'm glad we did it, but the views definitely aren't there for it though.
Yeah, for the New Year's video, how did you like keep on coming up with new prank ideas? Like doing the same thing could definitely get boring. So
yeah, it definitely did, and I think you can see that in the video. The last few hours we were dead, just walking around. We were just saying stuff to people, counting as trolling. So it started out. We were in Indianapolis, Indiana, which is like a pretty large city, so there's a ton of people, and we kind of switched it up every couple hours. So the first couple hours we were just walking around, just doing random stuff. We went to like a couple of shops and stores, and then we went and recreated the show Impractical Joker. It's like where we tell each other like what to say to people. We did that for a couple hours. We went to an NBA game. So like we switched it up, kept getting in different environments. Around midnight, we went like this popular area for New Year's Eve for midnight. There was a ton of stuff to do there, and then overnight it did get really hard. Since there was no one outside, we just ended up like prank calling hotels for like 6-7 hours straight. It was not fun.
What kind of stuff are you saying to the hotels, and like did they start to like catch on after a while, or did say
some
I'll believe it.
we were just saying honestly random stuff that we thought of on the phone or while we was calling them. The reason we was calling hotels is because nothing was open other than hotels. But we were just saying stupid stuff. Like we did a couple where we said like, hey, can I make a reservation for like 700 people? Like just random stuff like that. Some of them, I would say some of them definitely knew we were messing around after like the first 2 sentences we said. But I honestly don't remember much because we did it for so long and we were so tired. So we just kind of all blurred together at this point.
So since there's 3 of you guys, like each doing the videos, like I'm guessing each one does different things to their channel. So what does each one do to help the channel?
So really trying to think. That's a really good question. So myself and one other person, we do most of the editing. So like on YouTube, we've generally been trying to post every week on YouTube. So we go back and forth every week. I'll edit one week, the video one week, and then he'll edit the video one week. We kind of think of ideas kind of separately, and then we'll come together. Like we'll just randomly think of ideas, write them down on our notes app, and then we'll come together every once in a while, share our ideas, go over, what we think's funny, what we think can make a good video, what we can make a really good thumbnail out of, and just kind of brainstorm together and iron out the details together and kind of plan out the video together, plan out, if we need to get props, what days like how long this is gonna take to film. We plan out stuff kind of together, and then usually we have a couple of friends from high school that occasionally will help film for us. So usually whenever we're out filming, we just take turns filming each other and stuff like that. We don't have like a designated cameraman as of right now. And then we kind of just we've been doing it together for a while now. We kind of know like what needs to be done. So like if one of us, like if we need to make an Instagram post, like make a little graphic design, one of us will just bang it out real fast if we know that needs done. We work pretty well together as far as what's the word, distributing like what needs done.
Yeah, you can definitely tell you guys work well together. Like what's a day in like you guys filming like? It
honestly depends. It depends what video we're filming. Usually if we're just filming like a general prank, we'll go out and just film for a couple hours. We'd like to have an idea of kind of like a storyline. We'd like to have kind of a motive or why we were doing that specific video.
How do you guys like find the why to the thing? Like for example, like you just said, how do you guys find the reason?
It's really hard. It's hard because obviously it's good for storytelling purposes, and it's also good for the emotional transformational kind of like you get like a good message. So a lot of our videos we don't have one just because we could kind of think of like a joke one to have just for storytelling purposes that like isn't meant to be serious, but it's just kind of funny. Sometimes we've just made kind of dumb funny stuff for videos here and there for that, but it really just depends on the idea of if we're gonna have like a serious message to the video. Like we've done some videos talking about we've done some videos before talking about like the homeless problem and stuff like that, where that's obviously like a serious message. So it just kind of comes down to the idea of what we're doing, like kind of relates to that and just makes sense. And also if it's a serious message, something we actually care about and could believe in, because if it's just like a dumb funny message, then it could be whatever. But yeah, to answer your question, it really just comes down to the idea, I think.
Yeah, the idea is definitely very important for when you're making the video. So back to the day in filming, for example, for the feet video, very most recent one, the feet in the museum, what was a day in filming that video like the process of that video?
So for filming that, we started filming that when we were in LA. We went out there for a week to film some videos. So in LA, we woke up, I don't know, in the morning, took like a 2-hour bus train ride to some museums in LA. We went to, I don't know how many's in the video, but we went to like 4 or 5 museums in this area. Basically, we just, went to the museum, filmed us talking about, hey, we're gonna try to get to the museum, explain, why it's gonna be hard, kind of set up the problem, the scale of the problem, then what we're gonna do about it. We had a couple of different methods of trying to get in, and then we failed getting in, and then we went to another area about an hour away. I don't really remember. We tried to get into some museums there, but basically we just walked around to the museums and just tried to film us getting in for that video. And then that didn't work out, so we didn't finish the video in LA. So recently we decided to get to a local museum to sneak the picture in, and we just showed up to the museum. I went in first. I kind of scouted out the area because we'd never been there before, and then we just walked in the museum, put it up, and just filmed us talking to the workers and stuff. And we were probably in that museum like 20 minutes, and then that was pretty much it for that video.
Yeah, I was watching that video like a couple minutes ago, and yeah, it was very random. But yeah.
It was definitely a random idea.
Yeah. So you have a couple thousand, like 600,000 followers on TikTok. How did you get there? Like how did you get there?
Honestly, just posting random videos. The first like 300,000 followers I got, it was before we were doing prank videos. So I just posted like random stuff, like I said before, just anything I think that would get views. So my first couple 100,000 followers, I would make videos like, I don't even know. I was making these videos that that were just meant to be jokes, but I guess a lot of people took them serious. I'd be like, hey, this is my friend Cole. if I get so many followers in the next week, I'll like plant meth in his room and call the cops on him, right? Something dumb like that. I was meant to be funny, but a lot of people took it serious, and I got
Did
some
those
followers from
work?
that. I didn't actually like do the stuff, but you're getting followers. It worked, which I would not recommend doing now because I just have done random followers. But yeah, and then
Like, how many followers did you get from that video?
I mean, that video alone, I don't even know. I went from probably, I was grinding on TikTok for a couple months, had like no followers. And then I slowly started growing up about maybe like 7, 8K. And then like a month and a half later, I was doing like, there's a couple other things that happened that like kind of like went viral on TikTok. But in like a month and a half, I probably went from 7K to 350, 400K.
Wow.
Like random. Yeah.
So
yeah, it's great.
let's say someone wants to grow and talk, like, do you think...
Do not do what I did. Do not do what I did.
Okay, yes, that's what you did.
Yeah.
But quality versus quantity, which one, if someone wants to like start growing on TikTok from 0 to, let's say, 100,000, should they do quality or quantity?
I think you should do quantity at first starting out, because especially if you have no experience in filmmaking or anything at all, your first 100, 200 videos are not going to be good. They're probably not going to go viral because they're not going to deserve to go viral. But I would definitely say quantity, just based on the fact that starting out, you're probably going to switch up what your niche is, what you like making, and also after you film 100 videos, your content's going to be a lot better, and it'll be easier to get views once you have 100 reps in making videos.
Yeah. What's the biggest tip you'd give to someone starting on TikTok? Would you say what you just said or something completely different?
I don't know.
Oh, but back to MindSquire. How did you come up with the name?
I hate to break it to you, man. It doesn't mean anything. There's no, cool meaning behind it. We thought the name Mind sounded, cool and smart. We was trying to think. It took us a long time, probably a week, 2 weeks of every day trying to just brainstorm names on the PlayStation 4, Fortnite lobby party. We thought the name Mind sounded cool, so we were just putting other words with it to combine to make a unique word. Because we knew after a couple of days we knew we wanted to come up with our own word just so we could get the name on Instagram and all the handles, and we wouldn't have any trouble with SEO. And then one of my friends, Owen, we were just trying to think of a random word to combine with Mind, and he was on like a random word generator, or it was like where he looked up like coolest words ever, and the word Squire came up, and we just put together that sounded cool, and I've had it since. I wish there was like a cool meaning behind MindSquire, but it's just random.
Yeah, the name definitely is unique. Like you won't forget about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely is unique.
I don't remember if I was the biggest fan of it, but definitely I like it. It's unique for sure. It's unique.
Yeah, it definitely is very unique.
I want to say thank you for having me on. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't know if you're still grounding the podcast, but I'm a fan of them. You've had some crazy guests, John. Hopefully, I can live up to the guest list. You have some crazy people on.
You will. When you guys are big YouTubers, I'll be able to say I had MindSquire on my podcast when they had like 10,000 subscribers.
For sure, man. You can. I'll come back on one day.
Definitely, yes, you will. All right. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast. This means a lot, and I'll see you next episode of the NicoCast.